I was under the impression that there will be national lockdown for 2 weeks. So we were preparing to reopen the school after 3 weeks, but that didn't work out. Now it's almost 4 months have gone. However, we generally felt that we should not let COVID-19 to affect our learning and teaching. So we just moved on to our. It's like school is closed, but schooling is going on. So by first week of April, the moment we came to know that things are going to be extended, we had an informal staff meeting and we moved on to online platform.
The ideal way to do it would be to give children the best possible, almost close to in-classroom, in-person experience. So when you are actually making this transition from a physical classroom to online teaching, we felt the best thing would be to have synchronous teaching.
You cannot come to the left side. Left side in the region, it should go to the right side. Is it this one you are talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yes, correct.
Medium and large farmers own savings. Small farmers.
Which is a part of hydrological science, it's a part of water science. Based on the structure and composition, if you look at it.
And we do have our own infrastructure, like WebEx, Cisco. Then we have Microsoft Teams, and in school itself we have got a full-fledged IT team working with more than 30 to 35 computers at one time. So we moved into that.
We were looking at an integrated platform where we could have a learning management system also. Now, the way we looked at Cisco WebEx was to get Cisco WebEx and Moodle to work together. So Moodle becomes your LMS and Cisco WebEx becomes your online teaching platform. You teach something in the class, the same thing can be uploaded into Moodle and children will be able to log in into Moodle and then they can check the assignments or the resource material that the teacher is posted on to Moodle. So right now the school is working on GoToMeeting and Cisco's WebEx platform.
In all my 28 years of teaching, I've never done an online class. It was all person to person. One side, I am very clear with my concept that I am teaching to the children. But whatever I am talking about, my class, my concept, or reaching to the students, that was a big question for me.
Preparing resources for online teaching. It is very easy for somebody to use the chalk and talk method and go inside the class and teach. At the same time, you need to have multimedia, right? So you need to have your own PPTs made, your videos done, so everything should be ready. The teacher just needed to understand how this whole platform works, and probably the first 1 or 2 classes would have been tough. After that, teachers have got used to it.
When you stand there in front of students, parents and rest of the world, it's very important that you deliver something without any mistake, without any doubt.
I try to make my sessions more interactive by giving them research work so that when they come back to me, I can see what they have learned and what they have researched.
So I was teaching a lesson, related to the birds. And then when I asked the children to make a nest of their own with the available resources at home, they loved to do it.
During the pandemic, it is not that only we are as a teacher just try to finish our syllabus. I think that is not done. We need to even understand the emotion the child is going through. What is the condition of the child at his or her home? So that interaction is what I think the link between the teacher and the taught.
We have tried to extract the best out of this online system and make classes as good and as beneficial to the children. Of course, the human touch will always be missed.
The reason why we chose exam.net was we were able to conduct an exam exactly how we would have conducted here. You give the exam key, open the question paper at 10 o'clock, give them a reading time of 15 minutes. Children will write for that 1 hour time. A half an hour buffer is given for them to scan the QR code and upload the question papers. And at 12:15 the exam is over.
As you are aware that education is not only academics, it also includes co-curricular activities. Keeping both in mind, it is Monday to Friday, is completely occupied for academics. We have kept the Saturday for activities.
In the previous sessions, we spoke about various disciplines of design and various aspects of design and what the design is, and then we discover there are so many disciplines under the world of design. And in that series, we had many professionals from the industry talk to us and interact with us.
The Alumni Office of School decided we would have an OL, knowledge sharing initiative with the students. OLs to talk about their experience in school and how it helped shape the choices they made in their careers, and share their experiences with the current students so that students understand that there is a whole gamut of options available after school.
We have given permission to the district collector and the district health department to use one part of our school, junior school, for keeping quarantine patients. So roughly around 85 to 90 secondary infection cases were kept in our one of our place for 1 week to 10 days quarantine. And we are also supporting them. There are a couple of villages in Gurlu, that is Pandlur and Gurlu, tribal villages. We went and distributed food and rations for 1 month. And there is one old age home near Elenali. There are about 40-45 inmates are there. And a little bit of support from us for them to carry on for a few days.
We have made extensive SOPs to ensure our stakeholders are not exposed to the spread of the pandemic, and also preparing the school in terms of logistics requirements for quarantining, isolating, social distancing, and also hygiene factors are taken into consideration. As a school, we are ready to take back our children and go on with the life in the new normal way.
So it's very, very important that we adapt, evolve and carry on with the change. And with COVID or without COVID, learning continues. The schools are closed, but schooling is not closed.
I congratulate all of you, and trust me that I'm saying this with utmost sincerity, that I'm very humbly thanking all of you for the fantastic, outstanding work that each one of you, teachers and school leaders, are doing in this noble task of nation building. I wish you all the very best. Jai Hind.